is always important to stay connected with families, with parents.
Reach our goal of helping the student. That's the main goal.
That is their goal. That is our goal.
They exemplify what really great family engagement looks like.
We are one big family here.
I am Maribel Gardea, Executive Director of MindShiftEd Parent Institute. T is a group of awesome organizations that group together to come up with a method to evaluate who is doing engagement great across our nation. So the Family Partnership Award was an award that was created by us. We had families, parents, even educators could apply to be a part of this award and be considered. And with that, we used all the criteria based on some of the key points that we thought were important on communication and found a ultimate winner here at Rivera High School. This is the first school that's won this award. It's the first award of its kind. This school is definitely representing what we think and encompasses communication across multiple levels. The community here is really great. The teachers, the administrators seem like they're very involved in the student progress. They keep their parents informed. It seems that parents love the communication aspect, especially when it comes to their students' abilities and activities. And just honestly, as a parent, what I've seen here and what I take home with me is that we want to make sure our kids are in a safe place because they involve so much. And so we want to make sure that families have that access to communicate with educators with their schools.
My name is Obed Leal. I'm the principal at Rivera Early College High School. It is always important to stay connected with families, with parents. I know it's a cliche, and they say it takes a village. Well, it really does. It really does. If we want our students to be successful, we always say that our job as soon as we come in is to ensure that every student graduates from high school. That is their goal. That is our goal.
My name is Maria Villarreal. I'm a mother of a student at Rivera High School. He is 14 years old. He's in the life skills unit and he's nonverbal. In my case, I do daily visits at school. So my communications are physical. I always feel welcome. I am a parent volunteer. So I'm in school daily as long as my child comes to school. And I have open doors with all the staff.
We celebrate different cultures in so many different ways. It's who we are, our culture, Hispanic culture, which we're a majority of. It's so important to us. We understand values are important. So we do have different events that we have, from our Hispanic culture event. We do celebrate through our different clubs and organization. African American Month. We celebrate even our bus drivers. It doesn't matter. Culture is more than just who you are. It's also what you do. So there's so many different activities that we always try to implement. Every single event that we can celebrate. We're going to take advantage and celebrate because every accomplishment, no matter how big or small, is important here at Rivera Early College High School. We implement various strategies to incorporate students, to include students that speak different languages. We are fortunate that most of our students all speak English and Spanish, and so do our parents. But every single meeting that we have, we make sure we always start off by asking the question, does everybody understand Spanish? Does everybody understand English? So we go bilingual. Every single flyer that we send out, every single message that we send out, we actually send it out in both languages, making sure they understand it. Not only the language, sometimes the issue is cognitive, so we also make sure that we send it in a form that they can understand.
Good morning. My name is Noelia Lara. I'm the Special Ed Assistant Principal here at Rivera High School. Here, about 90% of our population at Rivera are Spanish speakers. So at Rivera, we communicate with parents via either English or Spanish. Most of our staff, if not all our staff, are bilingual. So we make sure that we reach out to our parents and communicate with them in their target language. We also have students that are nonverbal, so we make sure that we're always in constant communication with our parents to make sure that they know through via communication logs in English and in Spanish to make sure that we're communicating with our parents and showing everything that we do for our students. And if there's any questions that they might have or they need our help, they can feel welcome to communicate with us in their target language as well. Here at Rivera, we take an approach to help and invite our parents to be very active with our students and their learning. We invite them to participate in our IEP meetings, where parents are very active participants. They have a voice, and they can help us tailor their education pathway that the students take on campus. We also have an open door policy. We also communicate with them quite often on a daily basis through social media. We have a Facebook page where our parents are able to see what we're doing, activities that are going on our campus. We have our one-to-one aides. Follow our students from day one when they started either as an elementary or middle school when we felt that they needed that need for a one-to-one aide. And those aides, since they have built that rapport with the student, they've already built a relationship with them, we feel that it's best practice for them to follow them all the way until graduation. So that would help the student feel comfortable in the classroom and feel that support and guide them through their educational experience with BISD.
My name is JJ Gonzalez. I'm a life skills teacher / unified coach here at Rivera High School. The way Rivera stays connected with families is we have an open door policy from the administrator to the teacher. We welcome them at any time. They know how to contact us, and we're always available. We treat their child as if they were our own. The way we communicate with parents of nonverbal students is we have a daily log that we chart the whole day, what's going on with him, good, bad, whatever it is. And then we also send it home, and then there's on the back, the parents have an option to also give us input of how their evening went, how their morning went, so that we can be prepared for the day.
I always feel welcome at Rivera. The staff is always helping me out any kind of way I need with my child. They always are on point on anything the child needs, or if I need any doctor's orders or anything, we're on point with all of that. I was coming daily to drop them off. It was a no. I had teachers, aides, everybody try to get them down. They're involved, even the principal and the staff helping me to try to welcome them to get down and to go into class. So I've always had that support from the staff at school. He's been dropped off at school at 10, and he goes to class, and he is happy.
It's important to stay connected with families so that we can reach our goal of helping the student. That's the main goal.
There are barriers that parents encounter as they're trying to make sure their students get educated. Here we have a lot of issues, financial issues. That is a barrier that we have to implement. So we have programs. An example, we have programs where we try to help them. We have a program for homeless youth where we try to get them the food they need. We try to get them backpacks when they need it. We try to provide the support. There's so many barriers. Ourselves, a lot of our educators, a lot of our teachers, we were raised the same way. We're from the same community. We also had parents that struggled. So we try to focus on the entire child, not just the academic part, the emotional part as well, and the financial part as well. We want to make sure we offer supper programs after our school in case they stay for athletics or they stay for tutorials. We also offer supper and lunch and breakfast for Saturdays. We have students that actually in the weekends go visit family across the border into Mexico. So we offer a bus that picks them up to ensure that they come on Saturday. So there are many barriers that parents are going to face, but our job is to ensure that they do meet that goal of graduating and having their post-secondary needs met as well.
The way we include and celebrate students with disabilities here at Rivera High School is we include our groups like the NHS, and every 6 weeks they come and we have a social with our students, and they have activities. We celebrate with food, and then also we do the unified sports, which includes regular students with our students with disabilities, and we go and compete. We went to state last year in track. Basketball was very successful, and we're in the middle of the basketball season right now.
We invite our parents also to celebrate our students in different capacities. For example, we have students that participate in dance class. So we have one particular student that loves dancing. So he's a participant with our Rivera Dance Club. And we just had a recital where he participated. Parents were able to see him, and he just shined. Hopefully one of our goals will be to have him do a solo for his senior year. Other activities that we do that our parents are invited are like pep rallies. We just had a pep rally for our homecoming, where we have an organization called Down by the Border that donates mums. Mom's a big thing here in Texas for our homecoming, and they donated mums to every single student in our units. So students got to experience when they were here at the homecoming pep rally. The cheerleaders and the football players were the ones that presented those moms to our students and pinned those moms to the students. Students were very excited because they felt the inclusiveness, they felt the love of all the students. We also do our inclusive pledge at the assemblies, so where we're not copying, but we're waving our hands to our students when they come, so they know in case their noise tolerance is not okay, they are included and they are able to participate just with any other student that we have here on campus.
My name is Kimberly Kaiser, and I am a dual enrollment instructor here at Rivera Early College High School, and I'm also the National Honor Society sponsor. One of the things as the National Honor Society sponsor that we've integrated is working with students with disabilities. And so we've had the unique opportunities to be able to provide an integration of regular students and special needs students on a lot of the community service projects that we do. So 4 times a year, we do have celebrations for our special needs students in our units. And so what happens is our National Honor Society students, and a lot of times these are your valedictorians and your number salutatorians and a lot of your AP scholars and stuff, and they come and they work with a lot of our students with special needs. Our goal is to normalize students with disabilities working with regular students. A lot of times some of our students have a little bit of fear, a little bit of uncertainty about how to deal with students with some disabilities, whether it be physical disabilities or mental disabilities. And so our goal here at Rivera Early College High School is just to normalize the fact that they're students. They have the same wants, the same needs, the same desires, the same goals a lot of times as some of our regular students do. And so we do that with them. We also have the unified sports that we have here. And so this year, our valedictorian, who is also our NHS president, is part of the unified team. And so they interact on social media platforms even now. They have group texts with each other. And so these are things that we want to make sure that our special needs students have those opportunities and just those events for them that they feel like we are just part of Rivera Early College High School, because that's we are. We are one big family here.
I'm Jocelyn Martinez. Next year I'll be a senior. It's fun. The games, the Christmas cookies, the principal has so much fun themes and like friends and everything. My teachers, they're sweet, they're kind, and they're awesome.
My name is Delia Ruiz, and I am the Operations Manager for Mindshift at Parent Institute. The Family Partnership Award was an award that we did for the first time to award a school who we thought did well in the community engagement with students and teachers, and it was a survey that was posted out nationally, and Rivera was the school that won. Well, after talking to the school and reading those surveys, the community engagement has been shown to be very well with them, and it's obvious being here that they deserve the award.
My name is Kate Bartline, and I am the Associate Director of Programs at the National Center for Learning Disabilities. At its heart, the Transformative Engagement Alliance is about elevating the voices of families and students who might not otherwise get the opportunity to be heard. It's about helping schools identify what culturally responsive, accessible, and really, really impactful family engagement strategies look like, all with the goal of helping neurodivergent and disabled students thrive. The Family Partnership Award is the culmination of 12 months of work that T conducted. The goal of the Family Partnership Award was to put to the test this rubric, these strategies that we identified as what really good family engagement looks like. So our T team developed a rubric. We launched this national award program where we received nominations from families, educators, and school staff from across the country. And we used the rubric we developed to score and rate the schools that we received as nominations. And we were able to celebrate a school that's truly deserving because they exemplify what really great family engagement looks like. I got to spend time with school staff and students all day yesterday and got to see in action what really great disability inclusion, community building looks like in practice. And I think Rivera just does such an amazing job of making families feel welcome, They have mentioned an open door policy multiple times, and I had the absolute pleasure of seeing that in action when a family member just happened to show up while I was there with Noelia and had a question, had a concern about their student, and watched Noelia and the school staff masterfully handle that and show, again, what it really looks like when a school cares about building an effective partnership with a family with the goal of helping a student achieve what they are capable of. We are honored to celebrate Rivera Early College High School as the first winner of the Family Partnership Award.